Thousands of students all across the province walked out of their classes last Friday afternoon to protest the province's sex ed curriculum. But now that has come back to haunt at least one teenager who says she was just standing up for her beliefs. Christina Barriere goes to this Mississauga French school called École Secondaire Sainte-Famille. She says she and a few classmates took part in the protest, but now she's been told she's facing a detention and possibly even suspension from school.
I've never been suspended, and it's just a whole new thing to me. Like, I'm scared of going to school, and I've just been super stressed because I didn't really want this to be a big deal. Like, there was just a bunch of schools doing it, so I thought, well, there can't be anything wrong with it because there's so many other schools doing it.
16-year-old Christina and her fellow students had planned a quiet, peaceful protest. When it started, the vice principal came out and told them they had 5 minutes to get back to class and that they wouldn't suffer any consequences. Some students were influenced by that and went back in. Christina and 5 others stayed. She admitted that she missed a test, but knew she'd be able to write it at another time.
We're standing up for what we believe in, so why should we be punished for it?
Christina says she's been having nightmares since this happened and has missed 2 days of school because of stomach pains since her mother received this email from the vice principal. It read in part, "I understand that your daughter has the right to protest, but she also has the responsibility and the obligation to attend school. The definition of protest is a statement or action expressing disapproval of or objection to something. What students did last Friday was not a recognized protest." The email went on to say if a student does not respect his or her detention, he or she will get a second detention. If the student continues to avoid detention, he or she will be suspended for insubordination.
She did a protest, which I think was her right to do it, and then she's told that she's insubordinating, that she's now looking at suspension due to this protest. And I still think it's every kid's right to do it, but not to have that kind of consequences from a school being, to me, threatened.
Now, do you feel that there should be no punishment for walking out of school?
No, they can't vote, so they got to be able to be heard somehow.
École Sainte-Famille is part of the Catholic French School Board, which is comprised of 59 schools over a large part of Ontario. It's not clear if the punishment was a unilateral move by the school or a board directive. Christina says she realizes that if she serves her detention, the incident would be behind her. But as a continued form of protest, she says she might not go.
It just makes more sense to see how far they want to bring this and see why they want to make this such a bigger deal than it actually is.
Now, I did hear back from a spokesperson from the French Catholic Board late this afternoon who told me that because the group did nothing in the way of a demonstration, that school officials felt that this wasn't actually a protest and that, in fact, the kids were just skipping class, and that's why they got the detention.